Hello, my name is Ciara and this is my pitch for the film Hooking. Hooking is a 3-minute experimental short film shot on an iPhone 7, which explores the psychological idea around hooking and emotional memory, in particular memories that cause feelings of anxiety and frustration. The film is an experimental film and as such seeks to be an experience rather than a clear linear narrative with plot lines and a conclusion. The story follows a woman whose attempts to lay down for a peaceful sleep are disrupted by her own thoughts. As the night progresses, the woman becomes more and more agitated. Despite her efforts, the memory continues to replay, causing great grief, resulting in distress and insomnia, which eventually leads us to a horrific climatic scene where the woman has reached her peak of frustration. The film ends with the protagonist waking to a new day, however she is confused, traumatized, and reeling from last night's events. Hooking is the idea that when a bad memory presents itself to us, almost like on a hook, we choose whether to take the bait or not. Not specifically knowing how the memory presents itself to us, the film's message strives to be reflective of what happens when we choose to revisit it, ultimately concluding that the biggest demon we have to fight is our own minds, and a comment on mental health and well-being. Taking influence from the surrealists' interest in dreams and the ideas of subconscious versus conscious, the film intends to explore how we can actually dream when we are conscious, and how we often find ourselves living out these daydreams or nightmares, where the lines between being awake versus being asleep and reality versus fantasy are blurred. The film is heavily influenced by David Lynch and his films Eraserhead and Twin Peaks. Hooking uses sound, colour, imagery and editing to create a jarring experience. Like Eraserhead, the film uses diegetic, industrial, atmospheric sounds to create haunting and sinister effects, whilst also presenting the unnoticed sounds that play out in everyday life that suddenly become noticeable and unbearable at nighttime, such as a car passing or a tap dripping. The film's sounds start off minimal and become more heightened and dramatic as the film progresses, creating contrast and suspense. The film juxtaposes between dull, dark tones versus hot, neon reds to convey eeriness in contrast to the heat, danger and panic the red conveys, which dramatizes the horror of the experience. Specific sounds match the certain tones of red we see in each scene of the film, giving each scene context in terms of its tone and conveying certain feelings to the audience. Having myself directed and worked on many short films, including student horror film What Lies Within, I'm fully qualified and capable of executing this film to the highest of creative standards, resulting in a successful and meaningful project that has an ongoing impact. I hope you will see the potential Hooking has, and the potential I have as a director, and will consider investing in the film's production so that we can collaborate and create something meaningful and powerful together. Thank you.